We got some tables in from Cherokee now, they're not put together. Streets, I forgot today, I'll say. Goes in. And that's what, not, I just, I got one spot I get done, but the red, that bad spot, it's not done. Oh. That whole strip. No, it is, but there's some other too.
Do you think
We're working on. Seems
The transit.
think his list is not right? Do you think you're? Any other questions you guys have?
I had a couple. That was. What?
That was here last night.
I don't know. I know I had somebody that would have for a couple of days, he said the bugs were bad there. And then how do you, there's kids?
You do it late at night, all there, so.
Yeah, yeah.
So how many times are they spraying? I didn't share.
You do two at least, right, usually?
Usually several, yeah. It has to be like a certain degree temperature still.
Yeah.
We've been more like that, I expect soon. Happening. Around a little bit ahead of time and does some. Checks for puddles, the water stand, water spots and dry.
You can hear, you can hear.
Yeah.
I can tell you guys what to do.
Do we get notified when, you know? Can we get that notification as well?
He's got so.
You got a deal that it does, that it
Yeah.
tells you when you watch it for different reasons. Might not work for mosquitoes, I don't think they bother calling.
In front of him. Jacob, he's got quite a set of good shit. Sometimes. Just see that.
Any other questions for Jamie?
The barricades. Okay, all good.
Yeah, we're gonna. But, all right.
Or, what do you call, you know, so they stand up. Okay. Only.
You talking about the snow fences?
It's all fences, yeah.
Oh,
No, 4 of those were broken, I had written
yeah, they're
down.
fixed.
Okay.
Okay.
Any idea on street repair? Coming?
Actually, four.
Okay.
They just,
Okay, and then flower pot ideas for the ones out. Meeting that. We talked about the pool repair. I had a couple people reach out to me about if there was plan to approach that, and of course the bet is to do them all at once so that you're doing
you know,
a bit, but great.
instead of mixing hundreds of bags.
It would probably be like an inventory and see if any replace and repair that we can determine like what we're for cost. But just so you guys, I think that's our first, how many we're dealing, and then you can make a plan how we can budget for it. That sound okay?
Tough. Great.
Yeah. Couple rough spots.
Just about it.
I didn't say that.
There's one
So they
you definitely couldn't with a wheelchair.
need to be repaired for sure. We'll add that to our list, Jamie, to. Any other questions for Jamie you guys have? Nope. Okay, thanks, Jamie. Bye. Thank you for coming tonight and not last night. All right, Carol, you're up.
Yeah, I really don't have anything written out. Summer. I think things are busy. This is our last month. We need to do. Make sure I haven't gone over on anything.
Doing the ordering for the food, are we doing that? Oh, yeah.
Trying to,
There a concern, Mark?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay,
Checking.
okay. Anyone, any questions for Carol?
Do it on one.
Okay, so we'll move on to the consent minutes from May 12th and June 2. So our treasurer's report and the list.
Motion to approve. 7, 3, 2, report.
Can I get a support? In favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Not quite as. Kenny should back. I did send him a reminder to come. Yeah, do you guys have anything you care for public comments? Public comments? We're not quite as, but we can go.
I was just from next door, we were talking money there.
Yeah.
We can't come close to affording what with some of those proposals. What I understand. I mean, there. Well, how much money do we total have?
Cash on hand, insurance and the grants and everything.
Everything, yeah.
Gonna sit right around 4.5, 5 million.
So 4.5 million, if you took that by 75, and that builds you a facility. Is that what our old facility was?
70.
14,000. I'm just,
I don't know.
because we're not happy with what we got. Right? We want it bigger than that. And at the current level, that's all we can. I mean, that's the way it is, right? So I guess what I'm asking is, would it be, you thought part, probably, and or not, we get $1 million. Post in the middle. Carpet stuff. So the existing, I'm just trying to ask Dutchman math, and I'll be the first to admit that, but if we have about now 65, what is the PG? 7,000 divided by 100,000, 700,000, surely ought to cover carpet. It's just feet at $100 a square. What I'm saying is it worth revisiting if we could? Fantasy is kind of a bad word, but our queen, so it said, as big as we want it with the gym. Because to me, unless somebody's got a better idea, that's the only way we're going to be able to afford it. 7,000 feet, $100 a foot, and going on to the rest of it over there. We all change our mind, and I mean, it's the idea to take the thing down. But I do it all the time. That's what we got to do to get as big as we want and that sort of stuff. We reconsider the city council. And up to a point, I mean, even though I get my way, whatever, you know, but I mean, still, I mean, like, go, it's got to come from somewhere. And we kind of do some attacks.
Correct, yes.
And I mean, I can say you can't raise $1.5 million, but because, and it will help, I think, because a few ones I've been on that, you know, that'll help get people motivated. Looks like that's what it's going to cost. Maybe you should reconsider. If it boils down to me anyway, if it boils down to, in my preference, if it boils down to we can have anybody, I mean, thing, a machine grow, that was going to have another big. Because practicalities, I mean, I can still do it, plus another idea that would think you guys, maybe we, you know, the way we look anyway. I mean, we're going to be friends either way, but I just think I think about that. If that, to me, if it's that black and white, that's what you decide. Do we keep the olds? Do we keep the olds? Have what we want there, or do we have to have everything? I just here too. We would get some of the local contractors that we couldn't get it done cheaper than others. I just have a hard time. That's kind of what my feel is. I didn't get elected. I don't come to these meetings. And well, we got 3, I guess.
Construction, 50 to 60%. If you're looking for any more stuff.
But with our remodel number there, I don't know if it's per line.
Yeah,
Sprinkler system.
That
Did they
is,
say what was the population being compromised?
We
Foundation was
asked
compromised.
where.
And I couldn't answer.
Is it by where the gym went now?
I'm guessing, I'd have to ask the structure.
That's the question. Good, good. You know, nothing really happened here, but a lot of things that's not in.
that is actually roof. That does include all the beams, purlins, roof steel. That's what this $500,000 number is.
So take that now. Add 252.
50% of new construction.
And my whole thing is. And my whole thing is. agreed to it
Actually do it.
Because they
Or
would-
get reinsured.
wouldn't want to tie into the old.
I don't know about tying it. Well, I remember he was looking for to sign off on the new ones and stuff, and I think before, because we were talking about redoing this roof before, and then we decided we had to wait for insurance settlement. It was always decided we had to wait for insurance settlement. It was all planned out to redo this roof to get it up to snow code, snow load. So it was in what this number was, so.
Do we have to put a no matter what to get it insured? We would-
Those were the options, was either reinforce structure, right? Or do a shell over it, or tear it down. So those were our three choices. And here, Justin from Rise said, I'll tell you right now, reinforcing is the worst idea. So this is coming from, not from me, PJ, okay?
Right.
Is that approximately the same? Have the number, that's before you ask me that question, don't have the approximately the same. Is that the contractor that you can find, this is what the gentleman were alluding to, on a huge liability. Tens and tens of thousands would be passed on to us in premium for our contract.
And since we're willing and ready to do the work of replacing Berlin's roof.
And this was as of,
Lost that there was more going on than what they admitted for. There was more damage than what the insurance company led to. So it was kind of our information. And when the structural engineer's report came out, it alluded to a lot more going on at first come out.
Okay. So we didn't even entertain a number for remodel because that.
We haven't